Welcome to Mickey Art. My name's Michelle Edhouse and today we are going weird again. Those of you that follow my channel know that I'm always on the lookout for something different to pour with. And today I just am going to be using this. This is an egg separator. It comes with a really cute little bowl holdery bit. Now this actually, I bought it, well I didn't buy this specifically, I bought this other funky cool egg cooking thing which still hasn't arrived on Wish, and this was the free gift that came with it. And you know what, the free gift arrived and the rest of it didn't. I think that's kind of funny, just my perverse sense of humour. And probably this is probably going to be the most useful part of the whole thing. So what am I going to do with this? When I tend to pour through things like this, I tend to do it from a perspective of from a little bit higher and just pouring multicolours through different stuff. But I usually, not always, but usually start with what we call a what do you call it? Oh, my brain is numb. We've been interviewing for staff for the concrete business today and brain is numb. Negative space, that's what it's called. It's where you've got a plain background, usually white or black, but it doesn't stop you using other colours. I believe the reason for not white or black is because they tend to be heavier and they tend to be colours that won't rise up through your other paints, and they just sit there at the back going, I'm a pretty background. So yeah, what else? So we've got our nice plain white background. For those of you that are wondering, I have taped off the back with that funky new method that I've come up with. If you haven't seen that, there is a video a couple of videos ago which will tell you how to do that. Now the next piece in this video is going to be picking the colours, and what I'd love to invite you to is to play with colours, especially in this sort of creation. Playing with different colour combinations to me is a fun thing to do. So I've done quite a bit of blue and turquoise recently, actually out of the turquoise, but that's not hard to mix up. Let's do that for you now so you know how I do it. It's cobalt blue, just like that. Maybe a little bit more. Depending on how turquoise you are going, depends on how much green you add to that. So I'm going to be, I like the one that gets created when I add Viridian Hue. Maybe because I like Viridian Hue, that's a possibility. So I either add a 2-to-1, 2 cobalt to 1 Viridian, or a 1-to-1, so 50-50 mix, to this, depending on how I'm feeling. So this is roughly a 2 cobalt, 1 Viridian Hue, and there you have a really funky coloured turquoise. And you add some white to it and you get this. Obviously the more white, the lighter, the more, you know, change your change your combinations. Try changing different greens. Try changing different blues. Try play with it. Find the colour combination that you desire. That's fun for you. That's exciting. So I'm going to do, oh, we need to put some silicone in that. Haven't got any silicone in either of those two. What I've been doing is I've been mixing up whole batches, like a whole tube of a paint, and then into one of those big pots, and then as I require it, I pour it into one of these little pots and add silicone or not add silicone, or add some white or not, or whatever. So what are we going to do here? I'm going to add, I actually really like the copper, but I don't think I've got much copper. Oh, this is a little bit. Not a lot though. I've got an idea. Remember this? I've been playing with this over the last couple of videos. I've actually got 6 of them, so it's probably not the same one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a bit of a play. It's going to be a bit like a spiral pour. That copper's a bit gluggy. It might not work so well. I don't actually need a lot of colour in here. To make this look cool. And there's some silver. And now I'm going to do it the opposite way round. Put the silver in first. I should have sprayed it. I didn't. Smack my hand. Being a naughty girl. Copper. And some of that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, haven't got any of that left. I'm going to put a touch of the Viridian Hue into both of those. This is a plain green, so we've got green coming out of both of them. So these are all the same colours in both, they're just in a different order. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour that and see how it works by pouring it through this. So I'm going to, because I want it to come out through these holes here, I'm going to, oops, what's that? Where'd she come? I'm going to pour it around the lip and let it flow down. Oh, we'll just let it flow. Let it flow, let it flow, let it pour down, let it flow. Gonna let that all stream through in its own little way. You can't really see what's going on under there. Ha ha ha. That's quite interesting actually what's shown up. Why do I do this? I get to this point and then I realise I haven't got anything to put it on without. One of these will do it. Alright, here comes the big reveal. Are you ready? Now why did I put something underneath that before I moved it? So I didn't get drips all over there. Check it out. Let's zoom you in so you can check it out. Look at that. That's so pretty. I like that. Now we've got silicone in here. So while it's still all piled up on each other, I'm going to give a little bit of a warming blow with my torch and see if I can find my torch. It's covered in paint and black and it hides on my bench. How's it getting better? Alright, let's give it a bit of a torch. Let's go over the white as well, get rid of any air bubbles that are in there. Yeah, over this as well. And by warming it with the flame, we're not cooking the paint, but we are warming it enough to allow the silicone to rise up through the paint and create little bubbles. Push the paint aside. Now, can you guys see down here? We're starting to get a bit of a shadow happening. That's cool. I like that. Hope it doesn't disappear when I start tilting. So I'm going to just start tilting, stretching, now I'm going to put it down and I'm going to zoom you out so you can see it as it gets bigger. Here we go. Sorry about the bump, my tripod sort of shakes a bit sometimes. If you want to see how my tripod setup is, go check out the Easter egg video. Not the exciting colour combination one. Stretch that, there you go. But the one before that, the one where I actually was doing Easter eggs. Sorry guys, I just realised that I'd lifted it so high it had gone out of picture. Now, there's no need to try and keep it circled, no need to try and keep it what's that word? Tri-formationed? I don't know, I don't think there's a word for that. What I am doing though is looking to create something that's pretty and have the colour over the label. I still haven't either worked out a way to have the label not bleed without bending them, or done it enough to done enough of them to have a build up. So there we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm loving that halo green tingy thing that's happening. That's cool. I just want to stretch this blue side out just a little bit more. And pull it down that way. When you're tilting, you really do need to keep an eye on what everything is doing. Okay. I'm going to leave it like that. There we go. Just make sure that our white covers all of our black record, otherwise that's going to look really weird. I'm going to give it another little torching and then bring you down and show you close up. This has got so much stuff going on. It's so awesome. So I've got a few more air bubbles in there. Not seeing any giant cells coming through. I'll say that, but around the edges is definitely cells being created. Oh, I love it. Check out that. That is weird, wonky, and fantastic. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Let me just put those lids on so that they're done. Get another one of these. Lay it down flat. And tip that upside down. And continue draining. Okay. So here she is in all her glory. Look at this. Yummy, yummy, yummy. The intricacies in this one is amazing. I love it. Look right down in here. The blending of the copper with the turquoise. And the silver, a lighter turquoise. It's really interesting how this particular patch got a whole heap of the silver and light blue, and a little bit of the dark, and a little bit of the ultra viridian hue green. But these other two patches got a lot more of the copper and the darker two colours. Look at this. How cool. Come on. Focus, please. Sometimes it doesn't like focusing. Totally out of control, guys. Are you willing to be this out of control? If you're not and you'd like to be, check out the clearing I ran on the how to make money doing what you love webinar. Link is in the description. And just try running that overnight on a loop or something. See if anything changes. Certainly has for me. Alright, so let's see how this one dries. I am excited. I like it. It's just very cool. What else is possible? And we'll also see what these bits of cardboard end up like as well. Look at that. Just a bit of a smush. And who knows what will show up from inside the cup. So thank you so much for joining me. How much fun can you have? And I'll be back in a few seconds with the dried result. Okay, so here it is all finished. Sorry, I'm going to try and get the shadows out of the way. I'm doing this first thing in the morning, but you can still hear the cicadas and the nighttime animals making their noises outside. So I love this piece. It is just so many different little circly bits all overlapping. It's just beautiful. And then you've got the little frilly bits out the sides. I'm not particularly 100% happy with these parts here where it has that ripped look about it sometimes when the white comes through from underneath. But hey, it adds to the texture, doesn't it? The bronze is glistening, the silver is glistening, if I can get it to glisten. There we go. Glistening silver, glistening bronze. And it's got such a cool variation in colour while still being so yummy. I like this one, can you tell? Now, once again, my white has done its weird little, let's see if we can get it to show you. It's just a little bit rough looking on this one. It doesn't look completely crazed on this one, which is quite nice. It's just a little bit rough looking. I don't even know if you guys can see that on there. Maybe I should start wearing my glasses to do these videos, and then I'd be able to see the screen. Either that or get my son to run some of my processors on me, and then I can see properly for a while. Now the only thing about this painting that needs a little bit of touching up is where down the floor I've got sheets of plastic to sit my drying paintings on, and the sheet of plastic that this one was on is really, really thin, and the wind blew, caught the corner of it and flicked it out onto this when it was almost dry, so it didn't do damage across the whole thing, just this one little patch. So, but it's right away from all the paint, all the coloured paint, so I think I'm going to be able to just sand that back and just make it look pretty, so that's not going to be a problem. But yeah, so there she is, all beautiful, all pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. So I would like to offer my gratitude to my egg separator. How does it get any better than that? Do 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 do, bum! I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I really enjoy playing with the different things that I pour through. Let me know in the comments just what you've poured through, what you've played with, and come join us on Acrylic Pouring for Fun, where we share our photos, share our methods, and contribute to each other in a kind, generative, yummy way. And hey, if you're not choosing to be kind, please don't come play. But if you'd like to observe what kindness is, come play. I adore you all. How much fun can you have? And what else is possible if you're choosing to play with your life instead of function from the necessity, the hardship, and the crap that this reality says is what's required. I adore you, have fun, and I will see you again real soon.